It gets so good. You guys, the emails. These get juicy. They are. They're very sassy. There's even some threats. I feel like Kevin was very straightforward when he said, hey, we need to know by noon tomorrow or today, I guess, on September 25th. We're going to give you guys from 9 a.m. to noon, please, to meet and confer. If you need to call, we need to hash this out, right? And then Margarita with Vanzan did not respond until 10:30, halfway through that meet and confer time they gave them. And then they go, yeah, we'll get back to you later today, maybe even tomorrow morning. But with respect to the issues that you raised, in the meantime, we'll confirm that we're planning on having a deponent testify on Tuesday. So understandably, when Margarita and the Vanzan legal team did not respond to the Wayfarer parties about anything else, they didn't do the meet and confer time, they followed through with their word, and Kevin filed at 8:56 p.m. that motion to compel to try and get that information. Ironically, 6 minutes later at 9:02, Margarita finally responds and goes, hey, here's some information for you. And, following the people that are going to be here, here's a list for you. See you then. And then they go, oh no, we see the motion to compel, which we are quite surprised to receive. And I'm wondering why John and Margarita are surprised. Then they respond and go, oh shit, we just reviewed your motion to compel, which we were quite surprised to receive. Which from me reading through these emails, John, I'm quite surprised why you're quite surprised. It's not like the Wayfarer party's legal team filed it at 12:01. They waited until 9 p.m. almost, and 8:56, and they filed a motion to compel. They gave you the whole day. They were even they said later today, but it's already getting into the evening. They go over he's I'm just getting caught up to speed. I'm not really sure what's happening here, but he makes a little threat down here, and he goes, no need to waste the court's time by addressing non-existing issues. You need to withdraw your motion by 11 p.m. By the way, he sent this email at 10:15 p.m. So in 45 minutes, you need to withdraw your motion. If not, we're going to file a response which makes your course of conduct look clear and sets forth your bad faith conduct, not only raising an issue that was never an issue, but, then we're also going to file a response, and we will seek costs, fees, and other sanctions for such conduct. Ooh, those are some fighting words, John. Kevin sent for my iPhone. I don't know why that makes me laugh. But he responded within 13 minutes, and he goes, in my email from the morning, essentially last night, I demanded that Vanzan withdraw. I also told you that if you were not drawn by noon, we're going to seek relief from the court, and you failed to withdraw the objections. And he's like, you attempted to bury within a host of other objections the fact that Vanzan's designee would not testify to anything predating the Vanzan lawsuit. If you're not ready to withdraw the objections, please prepare for my review and a formal stipulation to that effect, and we can submit it to the court to be so ordered. It's reading down to earth. And also, I fucking love that it's sent from my iPhone with no signature. Kevin's like, you know who I am. And John stewed for over 2 hours here. And he goes, what a gaslighting statement. We find this very disappointing and completely inconsistent with the spirit of a meet and confer and the need to be efficient with the court's resources. Like they knew they were going to file this email, right? We acted in good faith trying to address your 12:38 a.m. email, and our subsequent email shows that. You had multiple opportunities to ask us about a time period. You didn't do so. When we first heard about it was your motion to compel, which we were shocked to see. If you had raised the issue, we would have gotten back to you with a response reiterating the same position. In any case, there's no dispute. Vanzan has repeatedly said, we will assert the necessary objections at the deposition in question as our rights. We reiterate the request that you withdraw your motion. There is no dispute and a waste of the court's time. You have 8 a.m. to do so. If you do not, we will file a response and point out your bad faith conduct to the court, request fees, costs, and other appropriate sanctions for having... See, John, you've already lost me there because you gave him the 11 p.m. deadline and then you gave him the 8 a.m. one. Which one is it? Because this is after midnight now. You don't know how to play ball, it seems like. If I were Kevin, I'd just be like, what is it? What you doing it now? You doing it later? What's happening here? Kevin's still on his fucking iPhone game. Vanzan's written objections state that Vanzan's only going to provide this information upon written objections. If Vanzan's now finally willing to withdraw, please prepare a stipulation to that effect so it can be ordered. And this is at 7:50 this morning. Then just a couple hours ago at 8:18, He says, John finally responds with the last email, and he says, we've told you on multiple occasions that we are providing a corporate designee. And your request to withdraw objections, including privilege, which you have no right to even request, is not something any parties have done in this litigation. And you know full well is made in bad faith. We will file our response with the court and make our designee available Tuesday. If you no longer wish to take this deposition, please let us know today by noon so we don't further waste our time or effort on this matter. And then they finally filed that opposition at 8:51. That's where I'm reading these emails from.